Okay, here we go. Good morning, traders. Wanted to show you guys just kind of piggybacking off of what we talked about yesterday when we went through all 28 pairs, broke down higher time frames into the intraday time frames, and everything kind of in between. So that was the first time I gave you guys a really deep look into the entirety of my process. Um, there is a video in the works breaking down my strategy. I did want to, put that out there for you guys. I've also got a PDF that's going to come with it, so that's why it's taking a little while. Anyways, let me go ahead and get started. And again, I'm not going through all 28 pairs here. This is just the highlighted ones from yesterday. So we noticed by looking at the monthly, weekly, and daily, specifically which of these pairs seem to be poised to actually make a move or to teach us a lesson, meaning that we need to watch it and see how it reacts and kind of pull information from there in order to be in position for next time, because sometimes the timing's just off. Anyways, USD JPY, we noticed this huge opportunity here on this key level, and then a drop down subsequently, and then it just continued down to the recent lows. So this is like textbook of a pyramid play, meaning that we got one leg that goes up like this, and then another leg that goes down. So this is a hourly chart. This is only one day. This is the initiating day, second day, and then third day. We're on the third day of this little mini leg, and it happened though. We saw it. It happened. It's a big move. If you get in at the first position that you notice that it started, this is 7.5 risk reward ratio. So that's a 7.5% that you would have made on one trade, which is crazy. Um, yeah, because conservative trading will tell you, making 10% to 15% a year is ideal or whatever or good. But yeah, we're not in it for that. We're in it for bigger profits. So that's what I wanted to look at. And this is coming off of a breakout of this little wedge situation we had. Daily chart, we saw a break of the 50 EMA through this move. So that's a huge, not a huge level because you see it getting broken pretty steadily here. I think more importantly is we broke through this trend area for the second time. So we had a breakthrough here, third time, sorry, here, and then really broke it with two candles in a row here, which is cool. But I do think that MACD is pointing in the right direction. I think that we might be a little overextended now, now that we got lower. But who's to say? I do see. So this is an hourly chart again. Right here's a low. Right here's a low. Right here's a low. And we rebounded off of those levels in the past, and that was back in the middle of November, the end ish of November. Um, so yeah, I do think we go back in the opposite direction temporarily, just intraday wise, right? But overall, we still have a leaning towards going downwards. You can even see it right here with the MACD. That's why I like MACD so much. You really kind of see which way the market is leaning. Okay, on to the next. And again, if you want to see the monthly, weekly, everything, the whole thing, you can go to the previous video and kind of see that the entire breakdown. Daily, it's really bullish today. Let's see what's going on the charts. So yesterday, it looks like I thought it was going to bounce from this level, but it did not. It actually broke through that level and went up, and then broke through the 4-hour 50 EMA. So I would have been wrong here. I would have lost money here. Um, and let's kind of try to see why that happened the way it did. Well, MACD told me a story that I wasn't paying attention to because I didn't write it in. And this is the story from yesterday, pretty much. Let's say here, say that didn't even form yet. Maybe something like that. But yeah, this story is definitely looking like a move upward. Okay, I see what happened. This key level, I thought that was going to hold some weight and drop us down, but I was wrong. That's 1% that I'd risked to make 2%. So it was a 2-to-1 play if I was actually in this. So this is what's kind of dangerous. Let's go to 1 hour. Sometimes you don't have a lot of time to make a correction. So I needed to be looking at the charts for these 2 hours in order to get out before realizing a 1% full loss. And so Soros talks about that, cutting losers and letting winners run. This is a loser once it breaks this 50 EMA, in my opinion. So once it does that, and then real loser once it breaks this key level as well. So two negatives, you're right in here, and you can get out of there for like a 0.5% loss or so, maybe 75% loss. I don't know, but not a full 1%, 0.75% instead of 1%. And it's a little shit like that that matters, though. Trust me, that's just the difference between a good trader and a great trader, is being able to do that. Maybe even jump on the other side of it. I don't advise that personally because I don't trade like that, but I mean, I'm sure there's people out there who do, can make that adjustment. Anyways, yeah, we went up and past. So this is why it's good to watch as well. Kind of see how this reacts. Try to understand why that happened. I'm going to be looking at this more in depth soon to try to understand why, but I want to run through these pairs first. Okay. Oops. Daily. Also very bullish. Interesting. All these were bearish yesterday. I remember looking at this and thinking that we were bearish. But this level is extended. We're coming up on this is 3.8 Fibonacci level, so maybe it bounces down from here. Something I'd watch. This looks like a reversal though. We're really leaning hard. You know what I mean? It looks like just a cupped shape going back up in the other direction. Stuff like that matters. You gotta look at that. So I was drawing from way over here. This is a whole different move. Let me try something else. I'll keep that there because I don't want to mess it up for you guys, but I do want to. So that was me drawing this leg. You notice this leg right here. Very pronounced, very apparent. And then we had it break down through there and go to an extended level. What if I drew this leg? Yeah, let's draw that leg. Let's draw from here. This to this. This is where it gets hard for me because I don't know if I want to draw this leg or if I want to draw it all the way down here. I think there might be something here if I go from here to here. There's not enough depth there. So now it makes it look like we came back to the starting point, you know. Again, this fib stuff is use at your own discretion. For me, only thing that I'm doing here is originating the move here instead of back here. This is like a more higher time frame, larger, and it's such a clean pullback. Oh my gosh, man, I gotta leave that. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that, and I'm gonna say this 382 level is gonna be. I think it'll be respected here. yeah, I think it'll be respected. Um, and if there is a breakthrough, this would be the new target. So there's always two sides of it. Yeah, I think it might do this, but if it does break, which it might, I expect it to slow down here at the originating point from the fib that I drew last time. And you notice how it played on these extended levels for a while, went down to the really extended level here, and then broke that even. It bounced hard off of 50 EMA and dropped down beyond that. Getting in down here would have been like an ideal situation. I would have felt really comfortable entering right around here during this. When I see this green, 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 I definitely feel comfortable entering down there because we're so extended. This is kind of interesting, man. I might be able to learn something here by looking at these NZD pairs and paying attention to how off I was yesterday and assuming the direction overall. Because I'm gonna have to go rewind and make sure, but I think I was super, yeah, I was bearish on those. I was super bearish on all those pairs actually. In short term, it doesn't look like it looks like they're pretty bullish short term, but maybe long term they're still bearish. We'll see. We'll see. Won't have to be perfect here. Let's see. Daily GBP. I was bullish here, right? Because yeah, I remember this. GBP I was bullish and NZD I was bearish, so I was expecting GBP to rise in comparison to NZD, therefore allowing NZD to drop even more and just kind of have a marker against that, whatever. But it looks like GBP actually dropped here even after this. I noticed this. Remember this flat? This is a good sign for a reversal, actually. This is on the daily chart too, so it holds more weight than intraday. Let's see here. What did we have happen? Yesterday we saw the opening of the day actually saw a big drop downwards. Let's see where we're at relative to, yeah, big drop downwards yesterday. And we broke the 50 EMA. Now we're trying to battle it to bounce off of it. Okay, what I like to do is kind of just look at the structure, the price action, look at the bars and what they're forming. So we have a downward trend for real. And then we had like a little oscillating, not oscillating, I'm sorry, just a sideways period here. And the reason I say it's sideways to upward facing is this shape right here. It's like almost a head and shoulders. It's a really ugly one, but I can draw that in. So something like this. This is a pitiful shoulder, actually, real weak shoulder, but whatever. So that's kind of what I see, or what I'm wanting to see, right? We all have our biases. It's a real thing. So maybe we do have a reversal setup coming up. And based on this, we're kind of sideways to leaning up. Notice. Compare apples to apples, man. You look at this, you look at the peak. The peak. This is higher up than this one. This one's lower. This one is the opposite, leaning upwards. MACD tells you what direction the market is leaning. So I think we might go up. I just don't know when and how strong and all that good stuff. So I'll just continue watching this. And again, GBP, if that goes up, then relative to NZD, it's gaining. So it's kind of conducive to a weaker NZD, which is, would make NZD pairs bearish to an extent. But right now, NZD is showing bullish signs. I just showed you that. Let's take a look at the daily GBP AUD, and we're almost done, guys. So give me just a second here. Overextended. Good time to get in. I think I've already pointed that out yesterday, but we're looking for an entry. We're looking for a good entry. Could have got in here maybe, I guess is what this sign is. Could have, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's just not me. That's not my play. Because that's not like a pivot play really. And this is kind of sloppy. And this one's kind of sloppy. So I'll be looking for a big move up and then a pullback to get in. Always. Always. That's my play. Let's see what we got on. Okay, we're above the 50 EMA, which is good. We were above it yesterday too. So yeah, we're pointing towards upwards momentum, bullish momentum. Euro GBP. Let's see if we got any here. I don't know. I don't remember exactly why I highlighted this one. This looks super sideways. Yeah, I'm probably unhighlighting this. This doesn't look like it's doing anything anytime soon. And then this is some stuff that I was trading options on that I kept highlighted for some reason. What? Okay. AUD, CAD broke the trend line, came back to retest it. We're still there. We're right on the underside of it, which is nice. I would look for a huge reaction on the underside to bounce me down. Maybe. We do have lower highs and lower lows. Lower high, kind of equal low. I lied. This is a lower high though compared to here. Comparatively, we're at a lower high. And this is kind of shaping up to be lower high, but then this is kind of bullish right here. So it's worth kind of watching. Nothing real clear, but yeah, I'll watch that one. Oops. AUDCHF, same thing. I like it whenever my pairs are kind of all in the same boat, because then we can kind of really watch them and see how they react. Looks like a couple days ago there was a strong reaction here. We are on the opposite side of 50 EMA, like I want to be most of the time. This is a CHF pair. This is a Swiss franc pair, so we got longer wicks, and the pullback, the movement isn't as pretty for me as I usually like. But you know, no real pullback. I'm looking for a pullback right there to really help me out. NZD. Let's see what's going on here. Big drop yesterday, or today, I'm sorry. Couldn't time that here. Just not my setup. Interesting though. It's a big drop and we're kind of equal with where it was low-wise. Whatever. Probably not going to watch that one anymore. USD. Let's see. We're on the underside of the 50 EMA. Daily chart, that's a big deal. 4-hour chart, also a big deal. This, man, I would have had to catch a falling knife here. AUD, USD. I had 1, 2 points where I could have got in on this one. And there was no real pullback, but there was like this wedge-ish pattern sticking out to me like a sore thumb. So I could have maybe made a play here, man. But yeah, whenever I see something like that, and then we see how it kind of narrows down right here, because these candles got a little smaller. They came down and then they kind of chilled out, smaller, smaller, smaller. Yeah, I probably could have got in here. That's definitely more of an advanced entry for me though. But it's so clean, man, it's so clean. So the entry, just so y'all can see, would be, you see this vertical dotted line right there on that candle where it's touching the blue, or right here on this red candle where it's touching the blue. So you can see it's touching the blue, meaning that if I placed it, I would have had to been on the charts at 4 o'clock up until 6 o'clock, just kind of watching this. No entry on this green one, but if I place it here and then, you know, get triggered here, maybe that happens, or maybe I get triggered here. I doubt it though, because it's not really touching. Anyways, that's the entry. This is the entry right here. Anyways, so, and you shape that one up, it would look like this. Pivot entry. My stop's up here. My target would have been like recent lows-ish. So right in here. That's a 2% trade. And again, no limit order really. Personally, I don't really mess with limit orders, but I would have put a plus sign right here and added an alert. So as soon as it crossed that area, I'd be watching. And to be honest, I probably would have been out right around here when it started going sideways and just kind of, well, no, that's a lie. I would have got out when it broke this 50 EMA. So I would have been out like right in here at worst. 2% trade-ish. Something like that. Yeah. So that's interesting. I like trading off of big candles though. Or I mean small candles, I'm sorry. So that's why I could have probably eyeballed this entry, seeing how the market was moving. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, y'all. But that's what I'm here to do for now, is kind of show you how the strategy works, and then we'll start actually implementing it, taking live trades. I know a lot of people, when they watch trading, they want to see people take live positions and they want to follow it and all that good stuff. But this isn't like an alert service. I'm just kind of showing you my strategy, really, for you to go and use it and back test it and all that good stuff. That's a big move yesterday. A really big move yesterday. Wow. And okay, I put this in yesterday, I believe, so I was right on this one. I don't think, yeah, I wonder why I didn't shape it up though. Could have shaped it up to right here, this key level. I think I predicted this yesterday on the live session. Maybe. This is beautiful though. I like that. That's a nice pullback. That's several candle pullback. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sideways. Drop. Like a ton of bricks. Draw this up. So this stuff like this is like, man, this is should be an automatic. Yeah, I'm taking this trade type of guy or type of trade. And then you aim at this key level, this recent area plus key level, like somewhere in here. No limit order again. It's just somewhere in here is where I would target, and then I put a plus sign just to be aware. So as soon as it price touched this area, I would have gotten an email and been able to kind of watch it go sideways and then drop down, and now I'm still in it because there's no reason to get out. That's why. So still in right here. It's a 4% trade. This is a beautiful trade too. Very easy to get into. Very easy to get into. It's not a difficult trade. Okay, Euro AUD. We're almost done here. I was waiting for a reaction to the 618 level. It looks like we broke it, which is not what I expected. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna charge my. Okay, so really broke that 618 level by several candles, man. Like exploded beyond it. Crazy. So we tested it yesterday, came back. I was expecting another, just a bounce off of it. Because we saw it break through it, test it on the underside, stay under it, bounce, test it, go back, test it, go back, test it, stay, go back, test it, break. No testing. They just freaking broke it right here. So it kind of had all the signs that it might have been might be being broken because how much it was touched. It's kind of like you keep hitting it, and the market broke through, which is fine. Again, 618 right here. This is an arbitrary level, meaning that other people would have had to have drawn the same exact. Man, that's a good one too. The same exact leg of this drop, this fib drop, fib area. I'm sorry. It was a well drawn one too, though. If I do say so myself, right in this area, man. Can't get mad at that. We saw a touch here, beautiful time to get in, narrow window, and then to pull up. I'd be looking for some kind of pullback at this level, 50 or 382, depending. But I'd look for a bounce back. Just have to watch it, man. There's no other way, and that's a temporary, like a quick trade. The pullback, trade the pullback, and then you go with the trend. But you know me, I really, really love trading, entering on a pullback, not necessarily trading the pullback, if that makes sense. Anyways, unique circumstance. This one really broke this key level, like hardcore. And that's a beautiful entry when it broke it. Yeah, no denying that. That entry is right here. Beautiful entry, man. Yeah, I guess it was on the list for something. It's not a big trade though. I probably wouldn't have took it. Just because it didn't match up here. Didn't really see it. I would have aimed right. This is like extended where the aim should be, really. So even with that, it's less than a 1.5. Obviously, you can ride it all the way up, but I don't think I would have saw that one as something that I could ride that far. Just didn't seem like that type of trade. This is interesting though. MACD was saying yesterday that we're going upwards. So, and the cool thing is maybe I can wait for it to pull back. A couple days it goes up here and then it pulls back again, and there's still an entry here. So I don't ever worry about missing one trade. I look for beautiful entries. This is a beautiful entry. I'm gonna look for another one, and maybe this is the beginning of a trend going the opposite direction. There was no. Let me go to the daily chart and see if there's like a. There's, man, it's not as pretty as I like it to be. Like a triangle or a pyramid, inverted pyramid here. This is kind of like a creep upwards and then a breakthrough. So we'll watch it though. Already did these. Yeah, so that's all the pairs today, man. Appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe, check out the links, comment. Let me know what I'm doing well, what I'm doing bad. Doesn't matter to me, man. I'm human. Just trying to show you how I approach the markets, and hopefully it's beneficial. Peace.